Hi, and welcome to Practice with Portia. I'm Portia, and today's practice kicks off our chakra series here on the channel, starting with the root chakra, also known as the Muladhara chakra. So without further ado, I'll see you on the mat. Welcome into your root chakra practice. Let's start nice and low to the ground here, connecting with that ruling element of this chakra, the earth, and going into our first theme of this chakra, which is whatever grounds us to stability. So we're going to come into a nice toe tuck here, come up on the knees, tuck your toes, make sure the pinky toe is tucked on both sides, and then come to bring your sit bones on top of the heels. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Continuing to tap into a deeper, fuller breath. And if this is painful for you at all, come onto the hands, untuck the toes, tap them on the top of the mat here, and then sink back into your toe tuck posture for a couple more rounds of deep breath. Starting off our practice here with a little bit of silence. Tapping into our intention for this practice, or possibly reciting something that we're grateful for. Silently repeat that intention to yourself. Consider it already done. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale out through the mouth. And on the next inhale, bring the hands forward and come onto the hands. Leave your toes where they are and bring your knees about as wide as the mat, sinking into a child pose posture on the bottom. We're not going to go into full child pose here, but we are going to start big circles as we inhale forward, exhale back, taking 4 or 5 rounds going one way, and then 4 or 5 rounds going the opposite way. The Sanskrit word for chakra actually translates into wheel, so the body loves to move in big circular motions. If you've gone 4 or 5 rounds, go ahead and switch back the opposite way, because these circular motions that our body loves helps to clear out the chakras, helps to bring fresh new energy to these energy centers, and moves out anything stuck or stagnant that's no longer serving us. So once you finish, just rock a little side to side, feeling that nice stretch in the hips. And inhale, coming into a tabletop position. Press your hands and spread your fingertips as wide as you can. Tuck the back toes, and on the exhale, lift the hips up for downward facing dog. Great job, everyone. Our first downward dog of the practice. Feel free to take your dog for a walk, alternating, bending one knee after the other, bringing a little heat, a little warmth to the back of the legs, warming up the hamstrings. And once you feel nice and warm, come to a nice steady position. Inhale the right foot up, and then the left foot. And come into a nice forward fold. Inhale here, and exhale. On the next inhale, begin root to rise, slowly rising the body up, with the head and the neck being the last. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale them back down the back. Mountain pose. Take a deep breath here. And tap into the imagery, again, that earth element, the imagery of a mountain. So stable, so strong. Nothing can move mountains. And we want to bring that energy into our lives, that nice grounded energy that's not afraid to take up space or to be seen. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, bring both feet together. From mountain, we're going to inhale our arms all the way up to the sky. A little back bend here if you have it in your practice. And then exhale, slice it all the way down for forward fold. Taking 3 rounds of breath here. You can grab elbows and rotate side to side. You can keep your hands down on the ground. Or you can stay steady for 3 rounds of breath. Just holding the stretch. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Plant the hands on the ground and step the left toes back for warrior 1. Left toes at a 45-degree angle, and your right knee will come over your right ankle as we square the hips to the front of the mat, lifting the hands into the air, coming to frame your ears with your biceps. Warrior 1. Big breath here. Staying on the exhale. Another deep breath in here. Inhale. And exhale, open out into warrior 2. Back foot at 90 degrees, keeping that front leg exactly where it was. And we stretch. Both warrior 1 and warrior 2 are great at cultivating an uplifted but grounded emotion in the body to combat that mundane consciousness that can come with an unbalanced root chakra. On the next inhale, rotate the right toes parallel with the left, and then bring the heels in together so that our toes are pointed out. Inhale the arms up. And we have 2 options here. We can drop down into horse pose or goddess pose, holding here. Or if you have it in your practice or you'd like to try it today, inhale the hands up and sink all the way down to Muladhara on the exhale. If your heels come up, no worries. We'll save that for another day. We just want to focus on bringing that tailbone down and the heart through as we stretch, pushing the elbows with our knees out. And this is just sending energy directly into the root chakra. We're stretching and opening up. And then again, with like our circles from earlier, just flushing it with great new, fresh energy so that we may remove anything that's no longer needed. On the next inhale, use it to bring yourself all the way back up the posture. Bringing the right toes to a 90-degree angle, we're going to come right into warrior 2. So if you've ever felt like you're living an ever-repeating past, or maybe there are certain things that every year comes around, you'll say, oh, I really want to do that this year, but then it never happens. Warrior 2 and warrior 1 are great postures for putting the energy in your body to change patterns or to do those things that you said you always wanted to do. Now I'm going to rotate the right arm, and as I do that, we'll bring the right foot into a 45-degree angle, and we come into warrior 1 on the left side. Use your inhales to rise up, and then the exhales to sink a little deeper. And we're just going to take it all the way back. So inhale, warrior 2, open it up. Deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, bring the left toes parallel with the right, bringing both heels in. Inhale the arms up, and then yogi's choice into either goddess pose or Muladhara. I'm going to do goddess pose this time. Switch it up a little bit, do something a little different. Get out of that ever-repeating past. Hold for one more round of breath. If you're shaking or tired, just stick with me. We're almost done here. And inhale all the way back up into your warrior 2 with the right toes facing forward this time. We're going to just do one more warrior one after this. So bringing the hips and the arms towards the front of the mat, and left toes at that 45 degrees. Inhale here, and exhale the arms down. Lean a little forward, lean a little back, and then bring the back foot to meet the front foot at the top of the mat. Great job, everyone. Take a moment to breathe here at the top of your mat. We're almost done. Inhale the arms all the way back up, and exhale, forward fold. This time with your forward fold, come up onto the toes, sink the tailbone down, and then as gracefully as you can, come onto your bottom. We're gonna roll up and down the spine a couple of times to encourage the energy that we just cultivated in the root up the spine to our other chakras. And so in order to do this, grab the back of your legs, tuck your chin, trust yourself, and as you fall back, let it happen. Find a nice massage up and down the back of the spine. One more time. And next time your feet hit the ground, slowly lower yourself back down onto the ground. Go ahead and fix your pants or anything that you might need as you come down onto the ground, and then bring your feet as close to your bottom as possible. And then inhale as you peel the tailbone up, lifting the hips up to the sky, vertebra by vertebra. Hold for a few seconds, and then slowly as you can, drop the hips back down. Inhale the hips back up towards the sky. Hold. And then exhale back down, taking the next few rounds at your own speed, on your own breath cycle. And the bridge posture is such a great posture for the root chakra. It encourages this free and open expression. It just allows us to be vulnerable and creative. And if you want to add a little spice or bring some of that fun expression into this pose, you can add an abduction or open up your legs, really push those hips up, or get a little fluid and feminine with it if that resonates with you. And if it doesn't, bridge pose still holds all those amazing properties. So let's do 3 more rounds as we really feel our quads and our hips, and just feeling this area becoming stronger with each bridge. Deep inhalations and exhalations as we move through this last round. Make it count. We're almost done here. Lifting that root chakra up to the sky and exhaling all the way back down. Inhale the knees into the chest, and just as we came up, we're going to go back down. So grab the back of your legs, just rock a little forward, rock a little back. Feel that nice massage. Maybe one more round of this before we plant ourselves on the ground to finish our practice. And again, just as we started, nice and low to the ground, I want you to imagine this imagery of a tree. A tree cannot have branches that reach as high into the sky without roots that sink deep into the earth. And that is what I wanted to help cultivate here today. This safety in the root chakra that will help propel you through all of the chakras and continue to assist you on your healing journey. If this practice resonated with you, please consider liking it or sharing it with a friend. And if you could do me one favor, comment below a practice that you'd like to see from me in the future so I know how to best serve this community. Thank you so much for spending your time and your energy with me today. I'm going to close out our practice with 2 mantras, one that means Om, peace, 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 and the other that means all is one, and that is the truth. Bringing our hands into heart center, we inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you, everyone.